Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of A Magic You. My name is Elisa, and I am your host for this podcast. I hope that whatever time of day you are listening to this, that you are having a good day. I don't know if it's the morning time, the night, the middle of the day, on your lunch, but I also feel like we should take a moment to just take a big deep breath in. So with me now, please take a big deep breath. Inhale, hold it, and release. I feel like I honestly needed that more than anything. It has been such a whirlwind of a week since I last recorded. We did have our big Prickly Pear birthday party. We did go to the gala. We have done so many things. I say we, I mean the team, myself, Ty, like life, anyone with life around me has just been busy. But let's get into it. Let me recap you guys on just about everything. I don't really have an agenda for this episode. I feel like lately I haven't had an agenda or a set script or what I really want to talk about. It's just been getting on here and talking to you guys and updating you on all the crazy things because this year has been crazy, fun, amazing, busy, and just like checking off a bunch of goals that I didn't think would be happening this quickly. But let's get into the Prickly Pear birthday. So this was our first time having an event at the studio. The reason being is we never had the full building to ourselves. And when we did have the upstairs, it was still an office. It was still carpeted, wallpaper on the walls. And the wallpaper, if you guys have never been here, it is like wheat. So it's like a brown tan wheat. I don't even know how to explain it. It's very 80s. I don't think this building has been updated since it was built, which is why we wanted to have a big event because we renovated upstairs. The team and I all worked extremely hard on renovating, and I don't want to say it would be a waste to not showcase it, but because of how hard we worked and how awesome the space is, like we were just so happy to be able to host something. Now, this was my first time really hosting anything. I know some people, they are just like meant to host. They are party planners, they are party doers. They can do it all and still enjoy the party, while others of us are running around with our heads cut off, making sure everything is going good. But really, in the end, everything turned out so like beautifully, like so magical. Nothing crazy happened, thankfully, besides the fact that we were so busy at the start, which we didn't really know what to expect because, again, we've never hosted anything. There was also a lot of events going on around the area, so we weren't sure like how many people would come. But we were all here the night before, prepping as much as we could, figuring out where the photo booth was going to go, moving things, cleaning things. The day before, I was cutting up some fruits and getting the charcuterie cups like ready so that all I would have to do the day of is like put them together and bundle them, because I knew if I was going to try and cut the fruit and do all of that stuff, like there was no way I was going to be able to accomplish that and still be ready in time by noon. So there was a lot of prep in the weeks leading up as far as creating the flash, which Tori did such an amazing job. I met with her like once or twice. We were going over some things and figuring out what we wanted on the flash, but she truly killed it. We had to do a big deep clean in the office because there was just still construction stuff from renovating the front half, but the reason being is because we didn't get a chance to renovate the back half yet. So my room downstairs, my wax room, turned into a storage room for the day because nobody was using it, which was perfect because, guys, we are like capped out on space already. And I think I just keep saying this because I'm also trying to let the universe know, like, I'm ready for an expansion, I think. And I say that now, but maybe not in this very moment. And the universe is probably like, haha, you are so funny, because I need to sit down for a little bit. But I need to clear my garage out or something. I need another area to put studio things because it's just not fitting at the studio anymore, which is crazy. And it's not what I wanted. I didn't want to mix like my house turning into a storage unit for the business, but it's kind of just the way it's looking like. So that's a personal thing I need to figure out. But as I just keep rambling, so I woke up at like my usual 5:30 the day of the event. I decided to curl my hair with rollers, and I had never done such a thing. I typically just wear my hair very curly normal. I've grown to really like my natural hair, and I love it actually, not just like I love my natural hair, but I did want to do something a little different. And I wanted to do some sort of blowout, but with the rollers. And now, if you don't know, if you have curly hair, it's already textured. So with it being clean and just having that texture to it, the rollers, like, oh my God, I think I ripped half my head out. It hurts so badly. But when my friend did it a couple days later for the gala, it was totally fine. So I think it was just user error. It was my first time ever doing so. But it came out so good. I felt like a Victoria's Secret angel, like runway hair. That's how I felt. So I got all dolled up. I brought all the stuff that was in my fridge back to the studio, and I started prepping everything. And our charcuterie cups consisted of, because I want to give you guys all the details. Like, if this is going to be basically a recap of the week and all of that jazz, like I want you guys to be able to envision it if you weren't here. So these charcuterie cups had the little pickle cornicles with some olives on one stick. Another stick had the meat and cheese, and we used some sort of salami and a mix of cheeses, so that was on a different stick. And then another stick had some strawberries and grapes. We tossed in some crackers and some wafers, or like one of those like chocolate straw looking cookies. We put our stickers on the cups and then wrapped them all up. They were so freaking cute. Like, I don't know, I've never done such a thing, but I was so proud of myself. It looked truly like someone catered it. We did have some bubbly and some lemonade for everyone to just grab on their own. It was like a little self-service, I don't want to say bar, but like bubbly station. We had cookies made, and they had a cactus on them. Now, I, again, have never hosted anything. Excuse me. Have never hosted anything, so I did not know how many cookies to get. So I'm thinking, is 200 cookies enough? Because I just like growing up hosting parties when my parents would, the biggest thing was like to never run out of food. So I was always like, throughout this whole time, I was like, oh my God, like how many people are going to show up? I don't want to run out of food. Well, we had about 100 people, give or take, stop for the birthday, which is insane. That was a crazy awesome turnout, and I'm so thankful for it. But we also had like 100 cookies left over, so I was handing them out to the neighbors here in the complex, and I was also giving them to Ty to hand out at work, giving them to my neighbors, giving them charcuterie cups, because we made about 120 charcuterie cups, and we probably had like 50 left over. Not everyone got one. Some people, didn't eat meat, and we kind of just made them all the same to keep it easy. But food and drinks, all so well. We decided to do a impromptu ribbon cutting, and the reason being is because I truly thought that when you start a business, like you go to the city, you're starting a business, that you get a ribbon cutting. That they're like, okay, we're going to do a ribbon cutting. No. They don't. You have to join the Chamber of Commerce. I think I may have mentioned this, but so I was like, you know what? I want to have my own ribbon cutting ceremony. And I did. I had the team behind me and with me, and I didn't do a speech the night before. There was just so much happening that I was like, you know what? I'm just going to wing it. I feel like I can. It was very short and sweet because I feel like sometimes they're just too long and dragged out. So I was basically thanking everyone, for the support, for being there for these past 4 years. Like, yes, we never had a ribbon cutting, but now we have the space to, and an awesome team behind it. And it's not just me. And for that, like, that alone deserves a ribbon cutting because, like, this is crazy. crazy, guys. It's been 4 years. And I went from just being me to now there's 6 of us right now. And we're growing. After the ribbon cutting, we let people come in. I did a little spiel like, welcome in. If you plan on getting any services, we had like our QR codes for them to scan. A lot of people came for the flash tattoos. There was a lot of permanent jewelry and tooth gems. Our girls got waxing, and we had people come in throughout the day for some walk-in waxing. But the tattoos were going off, I think, because we didn't do appointments. We just did walk-ins. It was first come, first serve. And we had people like listed out. We started at 12. By 12:30, the time frame for like the time slot was already at 5:30 p.m. And we had only been like open for 30 minutes. Like so many people put their name on the list. And I was able to hop in after, like it was 4 o'clock. Adam was still going. And then I was able to hop in and help with like 3 tattoos. But we didn't leave here until about 10 p.m. So the time from 12:30 to 4, there were so many people showing up. I feel like I was bouncing around a lot, and it wasn't until after that I'm like talking to everyone like, how did it feel for everyone? Like I feel like I kind of blacked out. Like there was just so much happening, you know. There's a lot of people in our space, but in the best way possible, here to celebrate with us, not just like for us, but with us. And everyone was so chill about like wait times and just hanging out, taking pictures at the photo booth, enjoying some snacks, and meeting new people. We had a lot of people show that had been maybe online social media friends, or we know of them if they have businesses. And when they came and showed support, like it's just so meaningful. And seeing other business owners show up that I look up to, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know if it's really hit me. And I've been saying that for the week, which is probably so annoying to those who have heard me say it multiple times. But today my plan is to sit down, even on my back deck. I just want to sit down and breathe and like soak everything in, because wow, what a beautiful, beautiful life. And I know, like, I'm super lucky to be living it, and I never take it for granted. And I'm truly so thankful for every member in my life that is just here to support and help me and the dreams that I have, but also incorporating everyone else's dreams, because this is huge. And I did not think I'd be crying, but I don't think that it would be true to myself if I didn't cry. At the end of the party, I came into the back room, and I remember just seeing like, you know, some of the balloons had lost their helium, so they're on the ground, and it's nighttime, but the lights in here were such a vibe. And there's still people in the waiting room. It's 9 a.m. or 9 p.m., sorry. And I just was able to take a big deep breath in after the day, and I did have like just a moment of like, wow, like when gratitude hits so purely and on its own, like that feeling is unmatched, truly like unmatched. The tears, the emotions, like there's no way to put it. So the feeling of gratitude was able to set in, and I held on to it, but I knew I wanted to come back. So when everyone was all done, we were cleaning up. It was Tori, Adam, and myself. They were taking their own little photo booth pictures because Adam had been going crazy all day. Like, he didn't even get up to pee or take a sip of water. Like, he was busy. So while they were having their moment taking pictures, the lights in the waiting room were, like, changing because we got some cool lights, and I had good music playing, and I just want to twirl. So I did some twirls, and I'm just so happy. And I realized, like, wait, I have been looking for a place to just hang out with my friends, a cool vibe, not so much like dance, like jump and dance, but yeah, I just want to move and groove. And I have the space for it. And I thought that was the coolest thing. So I'm definitely planning out some future events at Prickly Pear with like my friends, just to be here, listen to music, and just hang out and vibe. We ended the night going to Applebee's at like 11 p.m. And Honestly, it was so fun. I haven't been to Applebee's in such a long time. Um, so it was a good time. And then the next day was cleaning and just recapping the moments. Like, I actually realized I love cleaning because it's a moment of stillness. It's so just mindless to where you're sweeping, you're wiping, you're doing whatever it is, but like it's not hard to do those things. It's time consuming. Yes, it can be hard on the body, but I mean, like, your mind is just able to think about everything else. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I did enjoy the next day cleaning very, very much, and looking all of like at all the photo booth pictures that people had sent me and that were taken, and I could tell other people had a good time. And we were told that, like, from someone being hosted, that we did a really awesome job, and that meant the world to me because, again, this was our first event. I worked on the following Monday and the following Tuesday morning. Sorry, could not get that out. But that Tuesday was the award ceremony, the gala for First Date Favorites here in Delaware. And I cannot lie, I was still on a high and a come down from the event. That when the gala came around, I was like, okay, it's time to get ready. I had my clients. I started getting ready. My friend Michaela came and helped me with my hair because, again, the roller situation just was not it for me. So she was able to help me out. While she was helping me, Natalie did let us know like that she wasn't able to make it. She had some family stuff that she needed to be around for, which was very understandable. We kind of had an idea in advance, but while Michaela was doing my hair, I just looked up and I was like, do you want to go to the gala? Like, we got an extra ticket now. And she was able to make it. She got to borrow a dress that I had from, I think I got it for the Air Force Gala or Air Force Ball like a couple years back, and I just still had it in my closet, and it was perfect. Everybody looked so nice, all tidied up and in their dresses. I wore a taupe dress. It was like a tube top with the bottom kind of went out. It gave Meg from Hercules, like how the bottom was. There was like a cinch at the leg. It was gorgeous. It was comfy. It was stretchy. I was comfortable. And my hair was blown out. And I wore all black with a taupe tie. Now, getting to the awards, we all got there. We start walking in because it was at the casino and they had like a spare like room, I guess. So we get there, we get our tickets, we take pictures, we find our table. There's like some salads waiting for us to be eaten, and then you could go get some drinks. I will say that the year before, because we were blessed enough to be able to go last year as finalists, that it was way fancier. Like, they had an ice sculpture, they had like the apps and like finger foods able for you to get on your own. It seemed like there was a lot more people mingling. And this year they had people like walking around handing out like appetizers and stuff, which was like cool, but it just, I don't know. And there was no ice sculpture, which, okay, but there was an open bar, I think, throughout the whole night. So I don't know. They got rid of the fancier things for an open bar. But I also think that the time was shorter. I don't know. I'm just noticing like differences, and we still had a good time. But, you know, when you're telling people like, oh my God, they had an ice sculpture, and then there's not, I'm like, I promise I'm not a phony. They had it. But we were able to mingle with other local small business owners, and we had a dinner. They try to get people super hype for like awards, and they're handing out centerpieces that glow up. So my chair, because I told everybody, I was like, guys, that centerpiece is mine. Like, I'm taking it. She's mine. I don't care who's got the sticker on their chair, because that's typically how they do it, or like a bow or something. And I just happened to sit at the chair with the sticker, so I didn't have to fight anybody off for my little sign, which was perfect. And our category was so late, so the whole time I'm sitting there like looking at the screen trying to get a picture of who we're like up against for day spa and stuff. And so I didn't really eat in peace, I guess, because I'm too busy looking at a screen with my camera, but it's okay because a little anxious too, just to be there, and excited. But we got the picture of that, and when it was our turn to get called for spa and I saw that we won, like, it was crazy. I did record my reaction and everything. I almost fell, like, toppled my chair because I, like, stood up and, like, slipped on my dress a little bit, and I didn't fall, but I was just like, oh my God, like, it was not a graceful, like, stand up, but I think that's just me overthinking everything. But we were able to walk the stage, the team got their picture, and yeah, like, we have a piece of paper right now that says winner, but in a few months we'll get a plaque, and it's just crazy that a few days before we were celebrating our big 4 and the new space upstairs with, like, more team members, and then 2 days later we were at a gala winning Best Day Spa for Central Delaware. And if I didn't say it, we won. We did win, which is nutty. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that, I don't know, I guess I'm grateful for everything. Not that I don't know, but it's just like there's so much to give thanks for. And every little bit, like, I try and look at all the details, and I am truly so blessed and so thankful. Also, going out on a Tuesday feels so, like, random, but the next day we were all at work again, recapping the night before, and it was honestly, like, so nice to see every team member there, because it's not often that we have everyone. Some people are only a couple days a week. The hours are different for everyone. We have 2 floors, so if you're working downstairs all day, you don't get to see the upstairs people as much. So there's just, like, a lot, but seeing everyone there at the gala, and then, like, everyone bonded and was able to, like, hang out more. It's just, like, team growing. Or not team growing. What is it? Like, team bonding, I guess, right? That would be the word. Well, it was nice. And now I can't wait to have, like, Thanksgiving with the team, because we have more than just 2 people, 2 or 3, you know? So a lot of fun things coming with more growth, and a lot of help coming with the growth too, because all of this could not, it's not a one-man team. It's not just me. I'm here, I feel like, to help guide Prickly Pear now. Like, I'm managing it in a way. I am. But as far as, like, work goes, I've had to slow down a little bit with clients, as much as I don't want to, because there's just so much happening that I'm just a girl. I can only do and be so many places. I can do a whole lot, but I also have to remember that I need to take care of myself, and I have a husband and a house and little fur babies I need to take care of and things like that. So the point of me saying all that is that I'm thankful that I have a team behind me, beside me, with me, that helps push me and each other and keeps everything in line, that this big ol' wheel is turning, and it's not turning just by myself. It's turning with the help of others. Continuing the week, though, so that was a Saturday, some days between a Tuesday, and then some days between. Tori and I went out on Friday to celebrate a friend's birthday, and there's just been so much. Then yesterday, because I'm recording this on a Sunday, her family had a picnic, and this is something we had known about for, like, the past month, so it was fun, a lot of good food, and just good vibes, being around a fire. And now it's been a full week that everything has happened in that 1 week, and now it is Sunday. I get to see one person today, and then I have a meeting of my own, a different meeting, to meet with the next team member that is going to be joining. We're going to go get some coffee and kind of talk about all the things, but I do need to sit down today, so I figured I would get this and recap you guys with how everything went. Hopefully I give you guys enough detail. I sometimes feel like I know I miss it. I want to give you guys, like, the visualization of things, but it's not all that easy. But I'm trying to make it glam. Like, everything, I feel like everything you do obviously is, like, based off of how you see things, how you portray things, how you perceive things. I don't know if that's the same, but And everything has been very glittery, very magical. I've been feeling like a pop star. I've been feeling very like, I don't know, just like busy pop star life. When Ty and I were driving to Walmart yesterday morning, we got to see let me see what it's called, a piebald deer. So this deer was all white up until the front of her head, and it was almost like fully albino. I had never seen a deer like that. So looking up, what does it mean? Like spirituality, a transition, a change, and a connection to the spirit world. And I know that we're coming in a season of like maybe slowing down, maybe not. Whatever the season that's coming, I know that there's big shifts happening. I feel it. I can see it just within this last week. Big changes, a lot of growth, and a lot of new doors opening. I'm really excited. A lot of big stuff is happening behind the scenes. As always, you guys know I don't like to share too close to when things happen, but a lot of big things happening, and I'm so excited to see where this year continues to go. I met up with my friend Leslie to take some pictures for Hispanic Heritage Month on Friday afternoon, and I felt so gorgeous. I will say, like, at first, I wasn't in my true, like, picture-taking moods. Like, I was, but I hadn't had caffeine, and it was, like, almost 1 o'clock. So I think I was just a little sleepy. Still coming down from a crazy awesome week. And we took these pictures with the red backdrop. I was wearing all white, and I had some nopales and mangoes and some prickly pears. Not only the cactus, but the fruit. We took pictures, and like looking at them now, like I'm so thankful to one, be Hispanic, to be Mexican. And I'm so thankful for the culture that comes with it. And it was funny because we didn't have this planned, but looking at this after our 4 year, like this is where Prickly Pear came from. It came from community. It came from like my heritage, wanting to take care of people, wanting to be myself. Like, never forget where you come from, ever. And sometimes I know it can be difficult. Like, you're not always thinking about this stuff when you're going day to day. But, like, looking at these pictures, I don't know. I am just so thankful to be where I'm at with everything. And, like, my grandparents had a hard time coming here. I'm not first generation. I'm like 1.5. My dad was born in the States. My mother was born in Mexico. And all of their sacrifices, like family and ancestral, and where I'm at now is crazy. And this has all happened within a short amount of time. I have a lot of family members back home in Illinois that are business owners, that have, restaurants, jewelry businesses, all kinds of things. So growing up, I just thought that's what you did, is you start a business. But it wasn't until Ty had mentioned to me, it's honestly not that common. Like, most people work for someone else. Like, it's not easy to work for yourself. But when that's what you see growing up, it's normal. It becomes more normal. And I knew, like, I didn't want to have a boss above me. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to create something and kind of like manage my own schedule and things like that. But wrapping back, those pictures helped remind me of everything, especially with everything happening with the award, with the birthday, of like where everything really comes from. And through all the sacrifice I've had to make here, it's a sacrifice not being close to my family as well. But yeah, Hispanic Heritage Month is huge, and I'm so blessed and so thankful to be able to celebrate and to be a part of it. And I can't wait for my future kids, if I go to have them, to see where we all came from, because there's been a lot of sacrifice in this bloodline, and I'm sure with everyone else's too, but, reflecting on mine and hearing the stories from my grandparents and what their parents had gone through, but they were in Mexico and stuff, like, it's just crazy. And it's not that far away from like me and my family and my day and age and stuff, you know? Like, actually, my mom's dad was born in 1913. He's passed long ago. I never got to meet him, but like, my grandpa was born in 1913, and that's crazy. So crazy. So just to think that way, like, so much has changed in 100 years, 150 years. Like, time is going. He was an older man for my mom being the youngest one. But yeah, all of this to say is that I'm so grateful for everything. I just wanted to recap how this week has been. And I didn't do this alone. All of this has been a team effort, but anything can happen. Anything is possible. And you just got to believe in yourself and go after your goals and push through the hard times, because those hard times are going to test you if you should be doing what you're doing. But if it's something that truly calls to you, you will know. If there is resistance, take a step back and look after everything, look over everything, because what is meant to be will not, you won't feel like a door between it. You won't feel a wall. It'll be very easy, very fluid where you're meant to be and what's supposed to happen. It will happen very fluidly, very organically, and it won't feel forced. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to this recap. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting. And I can't wait to come back with some more. But I love you guys. Thank you if you voted.